How's it going, everybody? Doing an eating video here today. I got two Sicilian slices here. These are from last night. I'm filming this Sunday. We got these Saturday. This should be going up on Monday. I'm trying to film some videos here. I got to do the card flip through hopefully tomorrow or later today. And something else I wanted to do. I forget what. I'll be drinking some good old Mountain Dew. I haven't had a regular Mountain Dew in a bit. Jesus. I do like Sicilian. Fills you up a little faster than the regular slice. This came from a place in Bayshore. I sometimes get from the place on 111, right around the corner. Angela's. They're pretty good. Most Long Island pizza, that comes from the pizza place. Not like a Domino's, not a chain. Although some of them, they'll have like 4 or 5 locations on the island, like a Geno's and stuff like that. But usually those kind of pizza places, I mean, the worst you're going to get from them is kind of like mediocre. But there goes the cheese. The plus is, though, almost every town on Long Island has at least 4 to literally 4 to 10 pizza places. It's ridiculous. Islip, it's also East Islip. And Central Islip, I know, has some as well. But you're looking at the Islip, East Islip area, like close to me. You got a Renzo's, I think it's Giovanni's, Angela's, Gio's, and the Pizzeria. A lot of pizza places, a lot of delis, bagel shops, and a lot of Chinese food restaurants as well. And the Chinese food places are also the same. There's usually you're getting a good amount per town. And, if you don't like one, you got others to choose from. Everybody has like their favorite, pizza place, Chinese place, and bagel shop as well, deli, diner. This is a cheesier slice. And don't forget, there's a ton of liquor stores as well in every town on Long Island. Always weird to me. I know people like their alcohol, but oh my god. I passed them one when I'm coming home from the train station. I passed them one on Islip Avenue, and it's like, doesn't matter the day of the week. There's like 5. I see at least like 5. But by the time I cross the street to getting past the store itself, which is probably about 2 to 3 minutes. There's like 3 or 4 people going in there. I guess you gotta like your alcohol if you live on Long Island. Because Long Island can be a very stressful place to live. It's expensive as fuck. And everybody's fucking on edge at all times. There's too many people. I think there's a little over 3 million people on Long Island between, like, I'm not even counting Queens. Just lost the cap. I gotta not knock that over. There's 3 to 3.5 people. Yeah, it's 3. There's 3 to 3.5 people that live on Long Island. They're quite big people, so they take up a lot of space. There's 3 to 3.5 million people just in Nassau and Suffolk, and you're not even counting Queens and Brooklyn, which are attached to Long Island. They're part of the 5 boroughs of the city. It's attached to Long Island. You don't want to tell them that because they'll get pissed. Where I'm at, Bayshore, you obviously go further out, it's going to get more and more kind of, I guess, relaxed. But even here, like where I'm at in Islip, it's like maybe 20% less than what it was in Massapequa in terms of hectic people, everything. It's a little bit slower paced. But there's still a ton of people. Like I've said in the past, if you were just counting like the South Shore from like, you say the border of Queens and Nassau County or Brooklyn, or whatever, it's just one huge town. It's Massapequa, Belmore, Wantaw, Amityville, Lindenhurst and Suffolk, but Merrick, Baldwin, Freeport. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing. It doesn't end. It's just you're just going down Sunrise Highway to just chains of stores, chains of street. It's a little better out in Suffolk with that. But it's a interesting place to live. Been here for 30, well, actually my whole life. Floral Park, then Massapequa, and then Islip. I'm not gonna be one of those people that like rags on Long Island. It has its pluses for sure, but it's too overpopulated. It really is. Until you get out to like past Patchogue, even past like Mastic Shirley, you'll start to see it open up to where you'll see farmland and stuff. It's almost a completely different world when you get all the way out there. The Hamptons and that one town I can never say. I can't even attempt to pronounce it. Agmanets. I don't know how to say it. I live on Long Island. I can't pronounce some of the towns. Like Riverhead. Riverhead's very big too. But then you get to all the places on the north and the south shore when it forks. That it's very open. It's funny too. There's people in the city will flock out to the Hamptons, and they'll also go out to Fire Island as well. But it was funny, we were going out to Montauk to meet the people downstairs that were camping, and like, oh, we'll hang out for the day. And you're going through the Hamptons, and you see signs on the lawns like, stay out of here, city folk. They hate them. The people who like actually like live in the Hamptons year round, these people just pop by for the weekends. The crowd. It's funny that the town goes like in the winter, like all out there in the winter is like desolate, and then it starts to get warm. It's like every weekend, people just flooding in by train, helicopter, probably private jet. You see too sometimes if if like a train gets delayed or it just got canceled. The one train, it happens maybe once every 2 or 3 months. The train that I take from Babylon to Islip, all of a sudden it's just packed and it sucks. You can't even like move. It's like my nightmare. It's most people's nightmares. Let's be honest. You're getting just you're standing up. Thankfully, I'm only going 2 stops from there, but because a lot of them either going all the way out or they'll go get off at Bayshore because you have the ferries. I think Sayville also has ferries out to Fire Island. This Fire Island is South Shore's here, and Fire Island's like down here. Fire Island's nice. Like there's a couple different parts of it. It's all the same thing pretty much, but it's separated parts. It's really nice. It's like really like if you lived out there year round, like it's such a different way of living because you can. I mean, some of the little town areas have like a small supermarket and some little restaurants and stuff, so you can live out there. But you know, if there's hurricane season or something, they'll tell you to leave. A lot of people don't, but because they'll get hammered first. But my fiance had a friend that would, I guess, timeshare like a house in one of the areas. I think it was the Pines, it's called. And we went out there once or twice and just hung out. And it's just nice. It's like a little, you know, you walk down the little boardwalk. There's houses here and there. It's just you literally walk out of the house, walk like 3 minutes, you're at the beach. You know, it's a total. That's the thing with Long Island. It's like a totally different feel. Even if you go to like a Long Beach, it's almost a different world. Even South Shore and North Shore, like it's such a totally different feel. It's very hilly up on the North Shore and more like foresty. It's more beachy and flat level. On the south, and you have the middle as well. It's just like a combination of both. It's nice here, and the beaches are okay, I guess. There's garbage cans everywhere, and there's still garbage all over the place. But the Fire Island beaches are a lot nicer because you're not having as many people. And then you see, I don't like doing it. I haven't done it in a while, but you go to the beach in like Tobay or at Jones Beach. In the summer, it's just there's so many people like going to the beach, like a nice like 95-degree day. Everybody's there. I was never a massive beach fan to begin with. Occasionally would walk the boardwalk in Long Beach back in the day, and that was kind of fun. Like I said, Long Beach is a completely different feel too, and everything. It's just you get a lot of different vibes. On the island, on Long Island, not in it. It's always somebody said in Fire Island. I'm like, so are we going like into the earth, or what are we doing? You are. You could be in Long Island after you die and your body's buried underground. Then you're actually in it, but you're also in the earth itself. It's nice here though, but you have to. And for someone like me, I'm done with the food here, but I'll ramble for a minute. For someone like me, it's like for the way my anxiety gets and just tight spaces with big crowds. It's just it will break you if your mind can't handle it, which mine can't. That's why I can't stand the city. I hate this. I hate going into the city. We haven't been there. When did we last go there? Last year, I think. 22, and it was my fiance's birthday. It was me, her, and her mother, and she drives, and my fiance and I give her all the credit in the world for driving in there. But I'm like, I'm on edge. Like, oh my god. It's just I don't know. It's just it's the cities aren't my flow. Like it's nice to go in, I guess, from time to time and do some things. Like when you see it, especially when you see it when you're coming in, you see all the buildings. It's like looks nice. But then you get in and everybody's yelling at each other and horns are honking even though you're not supposed to really honk your horns. No, like a noise ordinance thing, no one cares. There's scaffolding everywhere. They're constantly building. I think I talked about this once. This dude, this was like maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Maybe I never, this is gross, but kind of funny. This dude shit in his hand and flung it like onto the ground in like one motion. I was like, I almost stepped in him. I just watch out. I was like, oh my God. I'm like laughing, but also like, what the fuck? That really goes for any big city though. I'm thinking smaller kind of cities like Savannah, for example. Kind of a nice city. It has a different feel. New York City is just buildings, you know. You got Central Park too, which is nice. There's obviously nice parts of the city and tons of things to do, but I don't know how people live there, man. I just wouldn't be able to deal with it. Although it'd be perfect for me because I don't drive, but it's too many people. It's too many people in a small place. But that will be changed soon when we move. In a few years, maybe early 25. We've been looking at places. I think I talked about that. But anyway, that's it. Drinking some Mountain Dew. I gotta get that cap and eating 2 Sicilian slices of pizza. But thanks for checking this out and have a good day.